Hey everyone, it's Dtales 0026, and I got my butt whipped. Twice today. So let's do a 4th gen battle with Iris. This is gonna take a while. I'm trying out a new, combination in my Soul Silver. My Lugia now has light screen. And I, for the life of me, did not figure out what his Mew was doing. I wanted to freeze his Mew just because I feared what it could do, but... yeah, this is Iris's new strategy. It kicked my butt. Now, normally when I fight as Eons, I'm fighting in my Platinum, which has a lot more options. But I've been working on my Soul Silver more lately, so I decided to use Soul Silver against him. Yeah, kind of regretting that decision. Although I love my Jirachi. It's the one that I got from the event. It has Draco Meteor. It also has U-turn, which is actually very helpful in this battle in keeping me somewhat alive. It's not a complete massacre, but I only got through because I was lucky. And as you can see, I have my Palkia. Now, his main strategy through this entire battle is to stat up his Mew and confuse me with his Umbreon. And I, for the life of me, could not figure out why. Thing about Iris is, his passive strategies are a lot more frustrating when he just goes full on. Although, I'll admit, when he goes full on with his legendaries and just tries to power through, that can also be kind of annoying. Anyway, I hurt myself in confusion again. Be ready to hear that a lot. And again, I used Draco Meteor. Now, at this point, I thought the Umbreon was the bigger threat, but it's really just there to annoy me. I just figured I would go for Mew later, but I did not foresee what was coming. I bet a lot of you professionals are probably just face-palming right now that I'm letting Mew build up all these stat things, but I figured, you know, it'll be a challenge later, but I could fucking take on Mew alone if I have a whole team to go through. And that wasn't the case. It really was not the case in this one. Luckily, Jirachi's a trooper and can still U-turn Umbreon. Although it lives with just a little sliver, and honestly, I think in this battle, I would have been so much better off if that Umbreon had just not been there. And Moonlight takes effect. This is the most frustrating battle I had been in, because I was literally going nowhere with it. My team is severely lacking a power player other than Palkia. And with Confusion constantly making me switch, I really can't do much. Now, for you professional players who, no, don't ruin this for the noobs, but for the noobs, guess what Mew is doing? It's building up attack. It's building up defense, and I literally just did that to see how much I would do. And I thought, okay, that's a reasonable amount. And then he baton passes. to his Flareon, which I am deathly afraid of. Let me just explain this. His Flareon has superpower. And not only that, but it's incredibly high already in attack and special attack. So he's essentially created an Uber. The only reason that this works when it did was because I ended up having Meowka and Lugia out at the same time. And I just figured Earthquake was the best way to go with this. I had already targeted Umbreon with Sky Attack, and I wish I had targeted Mew with that, because then it would be going Flareon's way. Now, this is a gauge. That was Bite. Not even Crunch. That was Bite, and it did that much. Luckily, Hydronoid did flinch, so that gave me a little bit of leeway. And oh my god, that was beautiful. Critical hit. The one thing that stomps his strategy and that I always seem to get at the right time is critical hits. And unfortunately, I was aiming for Flareon with that Psychic, but that didn't work because it went straight to Umbreon after it fainted. Hydronoid is going to keep using Moonlight. And Iris is going to send out Mew again. But now that I know his game, I'm going headlong into, like, trying to wreck that Mew. I wish I had realized that this was his strategy from the beginning, because that would have been a lot better. At this point, I'm just thinking, man, I wish I had more Lumberries. I've just put them all on my team members. Luckily, Meowka is really pulling through for me right now. But now I don't have time to switch. And to put it worse, he has a Citrus Berry on, which means that he gains more back. And he has Barrier up, and my two physical attackers are out on the field, so... yeah! And this just crushed my hopes. This Mew is completely support-based. It has Roost, Baton Pass, Amnesia, and Barrier. Oh my god. I am pissed. So I figure the only way I'm going to actually get this Mew to fucking not be a thorn in my side is if I can freeze it. If I can freeze this Mew, I figured it would not be a problem taking it out. And moreover, I know it doesn't have Psychic now, so I have no problem keeping Nito out on the field. Although Meowka being confused is not helping. And again, Mew is roosting. But then I thought, instead of freezing it, I'll make it take Poison. Because I believe Poison also transfers with Baton Pass. So, if I can poison it, at least I can kind of deter him from wanting to Baton Pass. And Meowka, of course, snapping out of confusion is win-win, of course. And he Baton Passes Mew. Glaceon. He knows I'm not scared of Mew, now he's going to go after Nito's ground type. And moreover, he's going to use Screech to lower my defense. Luckily, Black Sludge is keeping me fairly high on health. But I decided to switch out at that point and put out Jirachi. I figured Drain Punch would be enough to take out Glaceon if it crits. So I'm trying to reserve the need to stat ailment his Glaceon. Because Confusion is going to keep messing with me. Plus, I knew that was coming. And there's the Confuse Ray. And I'm not going to take any chances with Confusion. Palkia, come on out. And this is bullshit. Not only do I get hit with a really super powerful Ice Beam, I get frozen. So, luck is not on my side today. I decided to go for Jirachi's Wish. And my original plan was to swap it out using a U-turn. But I just thought about it and I was like, I figured I was not trying to sack Lugia, despite how it sounds. I was actually trying to just get Palkia over to the other side to receive the wish. But Mioka ends up taking the wish instead, because I forgot that it's one turn, not 2 turns. So that sucks. Now my big plan is to paralyze it. I have to paralyze it or get a crit hit. Either one. Because that statted up Glaceon is just a pain in the butt. See, the problem with this strategy for this team is I really have nothing to do. I have nothing I can do against stat buffs. So, I don't know. I have nothing to do against stat buffs, and I have nothing to do against status ailments. So I really have nothing I can do, and critical hit takes out Nido. I did manage to paralyze and crit hit his Glaceon, though, so I'll give that. Jirachi! I think at this point, Iris literally said, you know I'm just messing with you, right? And that's usually more cocky than Iris gets, but, Ice Shard. Fuck. Well, Psychic helps out a little bit. And, of course, it confuses Jirachi. And here's that Mew again! I decided U-turn Mew before it can get the stat buffs off, and pray that Spatial Rend can actually help me out here. Amnesia! And Palkia's still frozen solid. He's going to take out my Palkia next turn. He decided on that one now. I decided to Air Slash with Scout even though the barrier's up. I figure that's my best shot. Mew flinched though. And Palkia's Spectral Rend goes through. That was the best thing that could happen. And his Mew still survives it. Because of Screech, Fan Attack takes out my Palkia, but thanks to Scout's Air Slash flinch, just helped me out so much. At this point, it is too little too late. Because all I have left, I think, is Jirachi, Mioka, and Scout. And oh my god, this battle lasted forever. I wasn't originally going to post it, but the way it turned out, I actually do... I do like that I pulled... I at least put up a fight. Now, I would be robbing our viewers if I didn't put this up. So, again with the Confuse Ray. God damn you. And here comes Jolteon! Dun, dun, dun. Now, he targets Mioka, surprisingly. Well, I guess he knows Mioka's moveset by now. So he was trying to get rid of the only threat to his Jolteon. But Mioka, oh my god. So awesome, gets off the Earthquake, even through confusion. And that just makes me happy. But Jolteon survives it. Luckily, it doesn't affect Scout, and this is just a matter of the right Pokemon at the right time. I fly up with Scout to avoid any Thunderbolts in the future. I figured if he's going to really target Mioka like that, then I should at least get ready for the next attack. Now Jirachi comes. Thunderbolt to Jirachi. Yeah, his Jolteon doesn't mess around. But I decided to get Jolteon out of the way since I had already targeted Umbreon. Now, I thought this was going to take out Jirachi, but it actually doesn't. And I was just like, do I go for the Wish? I end up going for Draco Meteor. And I'm still kicking myself for this, because if I had gone for the Wish, I probably would have turned this around. See, I go for Air Slash, which Hydronoid, of course, uses Moonlight, as usual. And you're going to hear the annoying beeping until Jirachi faints. And Vaporeon uses Muddy Water, but Jirachi avoids the attack. I am kicking myself at this point for not using Wish. It was just a bad call on my part. So Psychic, I know it's not going to take it out because my special attack was lowered. I probably should have gone for Psychic first. And not only that, it has a berry equipped. So I Roost, because I felt I needed to. And again, kicking myself at this point for not using Wish, because I thought about it. I thought, oh my god, I need to use Wish, and then, like, you know, I'll have a fully healed Jirachi, and he won't have a counter for that. But nope, didn't go that way. And even if I had, I guarantee it wouldn't have gone the way it did, so Jirachi gets taken out by Muddy Water. And Scout gets a good dousing that hurts him a lot. So as a final fuck you, I decided to go into the air and basically said, like, you know, you could come after me, but I'm going to do at least some damage to you, damn it. and fly. If it had knocked out Vaporeon, I would have laughed. And actually, I looked at the damage. If I had critted him there, that would have taken him out. Because he Confuse raises me, and then he finishes me off. So, yeah. Now you get to see what I said about the other videos. His Eevees don't mess around. I just out-predicted him those other times. So, that sucked. Well, what Pokemon did he not use? No, I actually... Damn, I was 2 Pokemon away from taking him out. Alright. Next time, everyone, I'll have another battle for you. Bye.